Greetings everybody and welcome back to another livestream recap. I'm ImagineerDave, the host of this channel, and today I'll be taking you through the livestreams 141 to 150 of the Create SMP series. As some of you might know, in these livestreams we work towards Minecraft's most realistic railway together with some friends. So let's dive into what happened in these episodes. We begin at episode 141, in which we added a new addition to the factory docks, the industrial moss farm. Of course, this farm doesn't only produce moss for us, but also restocks its own bone meal. The farm is actually a bone meal type farm which you could make in vanilla Minecraft. I just decided to add a little bit of create to it, and of course my main reason to have it is to get unlimited moss, a block which I often need for real line decorations and terraforming. During this episode, we also discovered some new things in the creator world. In episode 142, we got that discovery in-game. Even though I just made the turntable version 4, I got a suggestion from Guybrush to change my turntable system up a bit. Being the fool I am, I have been using stickers with pistons underneath to lock the train to the table this whole time, whilst this could have been avoided long ago. In Create you have something called a chassis block. This block is essentially a block that sticks a set amount of blocks in front of it to itself. The nice thing about this block is that when moved, the other blocks in front of it go with it, but when moved from the other blocks, this block doesn't move with them. You can of course see where this is going. This essentially allows us to use no sticker piston setups in our turntable and to have a more clean looking and also still working one. One downside is that with this new design we can no longer use trains which have blocks inside of the rails, since these would collide with the table once disassembled. For this reason I changed up some current engines to be fit for use on the turntable. After this refitting it was time to demolish the old turntable and install the new one. After this was done, we redid the redstone down below and did some successful testing. With this upgrade, the turntable looks better and can last us for a long while to come. In episode 143 we did something grand. In the last recap I showed you that we were designing buildings for the Shepperton expansion plan. In this episode I decided to already build these in game. Sadly enough the replay recording got super heavy for some reason and I'm not able to open it, so you'll just have to do with some nice shots instead of a time lapse. Since we recently added a moss farm to our collection and inspiration was a little low, it was time to do some track work in episode 144. Before we could start on this however, I decided to build a machine that could more easily farm our much needed flowers and crops to get a good stock for use on the side of the rail line. In this episode N145 we managed to expand the decorated part of the rail line to halfway into the branch line. This meant adding ballast, adding trackside decorations and some more bridges. Well, after some hard trackside labor, it was time to change the work again, and this time we went back to look at a rolling stock, because in episode 146 I decided to finally get copycat vertical half layers fit in my green express coaches. However, I might have screwed up a little bit. Well, as you could see, I was very smart and thought disassembling in a live running station was a good idea. Sadly enough, after disassembly, the signals decided that the local train could pass into the platform and disassemble inside of the other one. Well, at least we now had space to redo some wagons and fix those pesky little holes in the green express coaches by replacing them with the copycat vertical half layers. Luckily enough, after fixing a rolling stock, we had some time left to work on new rolling stock. For a while I wanted to replace our first line of coaches, which are the red ones, with a set that is, well, a little more up to date. The design process was started, and in episode 147 we got around to building them in game. The coaches are still red to reference the old ones, but fit in much better next to our other rolling stock and engines. In episode 148 I asked the question, what should I work on, to the viewers that were there. The options that I gave were to finish the mine building, to work on the future sawmill, do more track and detail, and the last option was to do more work on the Shepperton city. The votes eventually came down to work on the mining complex and to finish it, so in episode 148 and 149 we did that. Since the building is a rebuild of Baron 1898 in real life, which if you don't know is a roller coaster in the theme park called the Efteling, I finished the last building at the back and added the chimney building, which is more at the front. On the back side I even added the real life storage shed, though mine has a little bit more detail and will eventually link up to the narrow gauge railway. After these episodes, it was already time for episode 150. Even though I knew it was coming, it came faster than expected, so there was no special event planned this time around. What I could get and do in the time though is a livestream where I showcase the whole world, showcase old images and explain how it all came to be. If you are interested in how I planned my areas or how the world started, be sure to check out this livestream since it shows most of it. And that's it already. Even though we did a lot of work in these episodes, most was on small details, upgrades and finishing off the work that was half built. These episodes brought me lots of variety and gave me some rest of the heavy thinking and designing, which brought back some inspiration. As always, I want to thank you so much for following along, as it really helps me to stay motivated and make more plans. If you want to check out these live streams, be sure to join my Discord down below to get notified when I'm live, or follow me here on YouTube to get community notifications. If you are looking for schematics, some can be found over at my Discord and others on my Patreon page. Again, I'd like to thank you for watching. This is ImagineerDave signing off, so bye bye.